This week, a very famous couple on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, one of the probably biggest couples channel, Christy and Desmond, ended up filing for divorce. And it went viral. A lot of people, now, I don't really care about a celebrity divorce per se, but I think what it is fascinating is everyone's reactions to it.
You're telling me that I could have money, I could be super attractive, I could have been with him for 20 years, have children with him, and he still could cheat? Being in a relationship is so scary. I don't want to be in one anymore.
And had no business breaking up. Y'all, social media star couple Christy and Desmond Scott are getting a divorce. And Christy was the one who filed. TMZ were the first ones to break the news. They did obtain the court documents, which revealed that Christy filed for divorce in Texas and cited the reason as infidelity, saying it wiped out any reasonable chance of reconciliation. The paperwork also said they will soon stop living together as husband and wife. And y'all, this is so sad. They met when they were 14, got married in 2014, have 2 kids together, built a brand together. This is so sad. If you don't know who they are, I don't know how you don't know, because they have like millions of followers on every platform. But the Scotts shoot mainly skits and slice of life family content. Christy is especially known for her shenanigans. She's always prancing around, wearing funny outfits, stressing her husband out. While I am not a fan of family and couples vlogs channels, I did enjoy their content.
I think a good summary. So shout out to Rhea, the Last Dragon. That's the one who did that little recap there.
Is that from the original video? I don't feel like.
What do you mean it's not from
their kids were blurred?
Yeah, their kids are always blurred.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so they always blur their kids out. Actually, that's a pretty consistent thing they do. So I will defend them in that regards. They used to make these videos that would go viral, and you might have seen different ones where their husband's like kikiing and ha-haing like crazy.
Christy, please no. For real.
Now, I'm not just highlighting
Putting the crease in the shoes of your husband is crazy. It's crazy. Putting the crease in the shoes of your husband is why he divorced you. I'm just kidding.
I didn't know it was going to go there. I was just playing.
It's not true.
They were rich enough to buy him 10 more pairs of those.
Yeah, of course. Like, they got money like that.
It's like probably 10 seconds of their life. That's all it's going to cost.
Yeah, of course.
But there are a lot of clips, stuff about like their forever home, very cute couple. They've been together since they were 14, so you can imagine. But very famous couple. And they got famous off the backs of his reactions to her funny sketches. And as a couple, they were interesting because he was a chef. He was an amazing cook.
Still is.
And,
he's not dead. He's divorced.
She did a lot of the funnier sketches. She kind of carried a lot of the comedy aspect of it. And as an attractive woman, I think their dynamic just made it very interesting for people because he was that kind of person. And that would go viral on a consistent basis. And then obviously fast forward to just a couple days ago and they filing for divorce and everyone's wondering why. And then they come out. It's about infidelity on his part. And he ended up releasing a statement. Pull it up and we could read it together, boys and girls. I want to begin by apologizing to Christy.
You said together.
I can see that.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And everyone who has been impacted by the public attention surrounding the situation. I know this news has been disappointing for many, and I'm truly sorry for those who are hurt. Christy is the mother of my children and will always come first. I remain fully committed to being an active, present, and loving parent to our boys as I've always been. Christy and I faced challenges and made sincere efforts to work through them. Towards the end of 2025, I wanted to separate, and I had conversations with Christy regarding this. During this period, I made choices I'm not proud of. I took responsibility for those actions. I shared with her directly and personally, and ultimately we decided to divorce. I asked for privacy, compassion, as we navigate this difficult chapter of our lives. Thank you to everyone who has supported us over the years. I hope you'll continue on that journey with me. Yeah. But yes, so that's what happened. And folks have been reacting. All the videos I see, it's folks commenting, how could she? I'll pull some of them up. But essentially, it's a lot of folks having a very nasty reaction to the fact that this could happen to her. Men will have all of this and still not be happy. I'm terrified. And a lot of the sentiment online has been like that. I think it's similar to the Wizard Liz thing. She got cheated on by that dude. Everyone's like, if she can get cheated on, none of us have any hope.
But nobody has hope then, because everybody cheats on that, could cheat on anybody. Like, that has nothing to do with that. It's not a question of beauty or whatever. It's not a question of that. So, acting like women don't cheat. Everybody could potentially cheat. So.
Yeah. I think if you go look at some of their initial videos, you kind of see like the cute aspect of it, you know. It's them just doing like these couple videos, and then later on, You know, I've seen their content a few times. You know, against my will, I'm just scrolling and shit just pops up everywhere, and it's just him go and it's just her, you know, wearing some goofy outfit, but they're having fun, so I'm not going to spend time hating. Even though if it's over the top, it's not my thing. It's for others. Love that for you. I love that for you.
Yeah, it's Queen.
Whenever people are shocked by these kinds of things and they're like, oh, that's a perfect couple, you know, people always come out with the same take, which is you don't know these people. And there's a reasonable response to that. But I think the other aspects, like when you turn your couple or your kids or your family into content, I always wonder to myself, how does that not fuck y'all up? Obviously, it's a great business move, and I can always respect the business aspect of it. But I imagine that if my stressful relationship with one of my friends or my mom or anybody involved a huge business, it's already tough enough managing relationships. Throwing a big business that makes multi-millions of dollars that requires like emotional investment. It's not just like a show up to work, put in your hours. Like you have to emotionally share yourself with other people. You will get feedback from millions of people. I always imagine that kind of dynamic to be very stressful. And I have no idea how any couple who spends their time making couples content lasts. And in my experience, almost none of them do. But I have to feel like the content is always mentioned as a stressful factor for why the relationship oftentimes ends up breaking up. And I just wonder, is there any content-oriented couple that ever lasts through these things? I just want to raise that question.
Maybe I don't know them because, you know, the world is, the basis is not what happens in the U.S. Maybe there's some other content that do last or whatever, whatnot, okay? And good for them. Like you said, it's a lot of pressure, okay? Yeah. It's a lot of pressure that you put on your couple, a lot of scrutiny that you put on your couple, right there. If you look, just get an example, we're not a couple, right? And why are you saying it like it's a surprise?
I know that, but do they?
I don't think they do. Anyways, back to y'all. I know that earlier on, a couple of years ago when we started, a lot of people were saying like, are these guys dating each other, whatever? Anyways,
to be fair, we did make a lot of content in my bedroom, so I don't think it was the biggest leap.
Only available on OnlyFans. Anyways, all that to say, I'm just kidding.
OnlyMans? Yeah.
Only man.
All right, keep going. Just keep going.
Wish they had to palm me.
We're not doing that. Just keep going. That's crazy.
Me and this dude, we're doing content, right, for like almost 11 years now. And there's a lot of scrutiny. They're going to look at you. They're going to look at your hair. They're going to look at the way that you talk, your mannerism, the way that your views. It's going to put a lot of scrutiny. And then after that, they're going to judge. You look at the comments, they're going to judge you. They're going to judge your dynamic. They're not here most of the time. They're not here when the cameras are on. Oh, look at the way he spoke to him. Or look at the way what he said. Look at the way he blah, blah, blah. And if you look at the comments, we know and we good. And it is.
If you look at the comments, we were supposed to end this partnership 7 years ago. I was supposed to kick you off.
It was supposed to be 6 months at best. You understand what I'm saying? Oh my God, he's so annoying.
Preacher's gonna leave him.
Abba's annoying. Preacher's annoying. Everybody's annoying. You know what I mean? Y'all fucking sounded like Oprah up in this bitch. You're annoying. You're annoying. Everybody's annoying. Right there. If you're not a certain type of individual, it could put a lot of stress on y'all. It could have put a lot of stress on us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I feel like you're not respecting me.
Are you reading all those comments? Are those comments getting to your head? You know what I mean? Imagine a couple.
Absolutely.
Fork came down.
Yeah.
Imagine you're Akash and Jaslyn reading all the comments.
Yeah, Jasleen probably fine. Akash?
Not so much.
Akash is losing it.
When you're doing content like that, there's a lot of scrutiny, a lot of pressure from the outside. So it's already tough just to be a couple. Now imagine everybody have their 2 cents and they have all the comments and you're reading all the comments.
And you can see
it doesn't bother me. I don't care.
You can see it too. If you watch like the recent videos that they did or the most recent ones where he's having a reaction, he looks like the enthusiasm level is at 0.
Oh yeah, you buckled up.
Anyway, so let me show y'all my purse.
And I could imagine that.
But then again, maybe it's not. Maybe we're reading too much in this. And all this sounds like that because now we know this.
True.
We know all this. So if it plays with us and we're like, you don't really look enthusiastic in there. You know what I mean?
I'll say this, though. The thing about doing comedy and doing these sketches, especially when they revolve around a certain level of authenticity, is that the more you repeat a certain formula, the more it loses its effect.
100%.
There's nobody who could do the exact same kind of joke and love it to the same degree. And when you're asking someone else to participate in their reaction, which is
Let's do it again.
After a
Let's do it
while,
again.
you
Let's do
start
it
to
again.
feel
Let's do it
like
again. No, because you didn't do it right. You didn't do it right.
What?
No, we have to do it again.
Okay.
No, cut, please. Let's do
See,
it.
that's a great point. I was like, I can't muster.
You did it so like it was just so visceral. Like you just did that, and then I gotta cut everything and redo it. It's not gonna be the same.
When you sell this idea of authenticity, and it requires you to do the same thing,
And that's why
every single time, those reactions are always going to come off across more. And at some point, it's very normal for one person to not want to do that. That's why I told Preach, if you ever get tired of this shit, just let me know. We don't got to keep going, nigga. And that's why eventually we wanted to switch it up a little bit, because I told Preach, I told this, I'm like, I don't want to do the same thing we've been doing in the other room. Pause. Forever. You know what I mean? I want to try new things.
Hey,
I want
yo.
to do the music thing. I want to have a little bit of fun with other stuff. So
Yeah.
for me, you kind of have to maintain that. I think for them, I imagine that shit got fucking tiring.
You gotta switch it up sometimes because butt stuff is fun. But
Yeah.
you know, you gotta.
I could care less.
All right, how are we going to stop all this behavior? You hear me? Now,
Oh shit!
to
you
go
got
back to
the
this
hell.
topic, okay? I do want to go back to one part of this because this came up also when we did the Wizard listing. Is that there's this idea, I guess, with ladies especially, where it's like when a hot woman gets cheated on, they're like, how could you cheat on that?
Nah, if you're ugly,
They don't know her.
If you ugly, you deserved it. But if
I know they're not even intending to say that, but indirectly, you're saying only ugly people deserve to get cheated on because in your head, men are only loyal to women who are attractive. That's indirectly what y'all saying. I'm gonna get hot. I'm gonna be the finest bride. I'm gonna get myself the finest dude, and then we have loyalty. And it always confuses me because women watch attractive women, celebrities all get cheated on. There's nothing about looks that's a moral value, and it doesn't have the currency to draw moral people to you. Just because you're hot, you're not gonna attract people who have like amazing moral standing. You have everything. You're fucking hot. You have a house and some money. How could he cheat on you? What's missing in that?
well, depending on the person, a lot. The personality, the person's hot, but okay, but then what?
What about money buys someone's fidelity? What about that is going to make someone loyal to you? And I'm saying people are saying this incredulously,
Yeah.
as if they can't understand that someone who's rich and beautiful got cheated on. But I'm like, why would you think that's the thing?
Well,
that's
the
gonna
reason
get you
why
someone's loyalty.
The reason why they think that is because that's the only thing that they need. That's it. They want to be rich and they want to be beautiful. And to them, it translates that girl has everything. And that's why they think like, oh my God, it's impossible.
And also, maybe this has nothing to even do with what she brings or doesn't have. Maybe it's a deficiency in him. Maybe it's a deficiency in how they handle it, whatever it could be. But like to externalize all these things, and then when you do even externalize it, to make it about certain qualities that have nothing to do with loyalty. I never understood that. But we as a society actually still treat these things like they're supposed to buy you loyalty and a happy life. But there's never been evidence of that in all of our media. So I
But
never
that's supposed to
understood
be
that.
like that. If you do everything right, you're supposed to have, heaven. That's the Bible.
And
But-
I hear men do that too. They'll be like, oh,
Am I
I
wrong?
provided for her, I paid her bills, and she cheated on me. I'm
It's
like,
not a woman thing. It's
Why-
a man thing. Because the man they think that's everything that you need. You need to provide. You're supposed to do everything right. And if you listen to the Bible, if you do anything right, you're supposed to have everything right. You're supposed to have your heaven. That's not how real life works.
Yeah. Men will have all of this and still not be happy. What does all of this mean? You don't know this lady.
Yes.
You don't know what she could be a fucking tyrant
Yes.
behind the camera. She could be the worst. Doesn't mean she deserves to get cheated on, but doesn't mean that this guy has this amazing thing. Mm-hmm. He could have all kinds of problems. You don't know. So when I see this stuff and it's like this like 100K like comment that's got, and you see this repeated everywhere, people really look at these situations and be like,
And someone said, like right here in the comments, how many times has J-Lo been recycled by guys? That's a wild thing to say. Pretty faced, fuck persona. And I tend to agree. One day I was working at this hotel and her team called our hotel because she was supposed to be in the hotel and check in with her team. And they called because they wanted all the rooms to be painted in white. And this
wait,
kind of
J-Lo was staying there?
Yeah.
Oh,
J-Lo's team.
At the hotel you're working at? Okay.
Yeah. And they wanted and you know what? To her defense, sometimes when fuck shit things like that happen, sometimes it's not the stars, and that's what I've learned to happen. So I'm gonna say this: sometimes it's not the star being jackasses, sometimes it's the team. But J-Lo is renowned; she's known to be like that. To having an assistant that has an assistant, and that second assistant cannot talk to her or look at her directly.
I don't know.
Anyways.
She's been divorced and married 7 times. I think it's her. I don't know. I can't prove it. I just believe it. No, the one comment that killed me, she's like, I've never had a man really love me. And I'm like, 7 times, bitch? Or maybe the common denominator. You
But
know?
remember, guys.
7 times is crazy, no?
Remember, love don't cost a thing. I'm a piece of shit.
Howdy. That was good. I'm not gonna lie.